Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you the differences between Filmora 9 and Filmora Pro to help you decide which program is right for you. You know that on my channel I produce more than 150 different tutorials about Filmora 9. So I've been using Filmora 9 for about 3 years now. And I just bought Filmora Pro about 3 months ago. And I'm still learning how to use the program because this is a different program. So Filmora 9 and Filmora Pro has no relationship with each other. They are different programs. That is the first point. And the second point, Filmora 9 is designed for novice and casual users. So it is suitable for making a YouTube video, travel video, vlog, and it is easier to use for sure. And Filmora Pro, on the other hand, is designed for professional, such as making film and short film and movies or travel video, but require more control of the transition and effect that you want to apply in your video. So that's the second point. Here I have Filmora 9 start page, and this is Filmora Pro. So I'm still making a new project with Filmora Pro, so we click cancel. So the differences you can see on the screen here, Filmora 9. With Filmora 9 it is very easy to use, so I'm going to talk about Filmora 9 first. We have a new project, and this is just the start page, not inside. So the user interface should be inside. Go to Filmora 9. I'm sorry. So with Filmora 9, you have one preview windows on the right, and this is the media library. And down at the bottom is the timelines where you control and cut and enjoy your clip. And we have the media tab here, audio tab, title, transition, effect, and elements, and also split screen. So that's the also, you have more video effect from film stock, but Filmora Pro you don't have film stock effect, because I try to search on that, and when I download it, it go to my Filmora 9, so nothing go to Filmora Pro, so it's not support film stock library yet. Okay, and the way Filmora 9 the way we edit video in Filmora 9 is very easy. Firstly, you have the video and you drag and drop it onto the timeline. It is easy. When you want to have title, you go to title and select a preset over here and drag and drop it onto the timeline. So yeah, and you can also customize the title. With the effect, you go with the transition. There's more than 230 built-in transition inside Filmora 9, and also many free transition pack from film stock. So all you need is to drag and drop it onto the timeline, for example like this, and drag and drop it to the timeline, and you have the transition between your clip. For video effect, you have the effect tab here, and you click on that and you select there's many different kind of effect here, and elements, so just overlay the elements on top of the clip. Split screen is a template, and you have also here cross and zoom tool, and also speed control. You can speed up and slow down your clip, and also I think it's great, reverse the clip, and one more thing is color grading tools here right inside Filmora 9, but there's some limitation here. The color grading tools here, as you can see that you have only histogram and some preset. You can apply LUTs to your video, and the adjustment is just white balance, less color, light, HL, SL, and vignette. So this is enough, but not professional color grading tools like Filmora Pro. So I open Filmora Pro to see, because we have only histogram here, so we don't have vector scope, we don't have waveform, and we don't have color wheel and curve or something like that. Nothing here in Filmora 9. Okay, and also the export, I click cancel. And also the export option is limited to export the whole timeline, nothing more. In Filmora Pro, you can select some part on the timeline and export, and also many other features. So we talk about the overall features of Filmora 9, and now go to Filmora Pro. Here's a start page, and you create a new project right here. So you have more control on your project. You can select any preset right here, video duration and frame rate and aspect ratio also. So click OK to create a new project. We should wait. That's okay. Here's a new project. So here's the interface, the main interface of Filmora Pro. So it's look also similar to Filmora 9, but there's some difference. We have some panel here. This is the preview window, and this is the timeline with all the editing tools. And here's some tools to work when previewing the media. And here's we have the media, we have the effect, and we have the audio mixer here. Right here is the property of the clips. Also we have control scope for color, and text for editing text and title on in Filmora Pro, and layout. So we have the layout here. We have float panel and close panel. If we click on float panel, we can close that panel and make it disappear. And here we have file and project setting and option. So also let's go to option. We have general interface. In interface we can select different language here, and also this is similar to Filmora 9. And display render. So render we can select 8-bit as default, but we can also select 16-bit float. And label cache. So all this is similar. But shortcut here you can set up your own shortcut. In Filmora 9 you have shortcut for editing, but it is not possible to set up your own shortcut. But in Filmora sorry, in Pro version is yes. Okay. And with the export we have the select the folder and time per second. That's the same. Okay. So that's just a minor difference between two programs. Let's close it. And here we have the windows. So window we have workspace. For example, here we have audio workspace, color workspace, so editing workspace, effect workspace, and media workspace. So each workspace is designed for one purpose. For example, if you want to edit video, cut and trim and join clip, and then you go to editing. And if you want to color grading your footage, and go to color. And if you want to design sound design, you go to audio. Oh yeah, audio here. So for example, I click on color, then the workspace just changed, and here we have the scope and parade and waveform and vector scope and histogram also. And if you want to come back to editing, we go to window again and go to workspace and select editing. It becomes to normal editing workspace. Okay, so to select footage for editing is the same with Filmora 9. You can drag and drop, but you can click here to import. For example, I want to click here. Here's some image and video. Okay, new footage, and select this one, the dancer. Okay, so here we have the footage in the media library, and here in the middle of the interface we have the trimmer. So this is where you want to set your in point and out point and drag and drop. For example, if you want to set in point, you can press this button, but you can also press I on your keyboard. So this is first point, and you go here and press O on your keyboard, or you can set in point here and set out point here. Then you can drag and drop it onto the timeline. Okay, you can drag it directly from here to the timeline. So click yes, and now and also you can zoom in and out the timeline. And now we have only in point and out point for this clip. Sorry, That's the first point. And secondly, you can also drag and drop it directly from your media library to the timeline, like this. And by doing that, you create something on the timeline. And that is the first point. And the differences. The difference between Filmora 9 and Filmora Pro. In Filmora 9, you need to drag and drop the clip onto the timeline for control the speed of the clip. But in Filmora Pro, you can control it right inside your media library, like this. And this one is 30 frame per second clip. We can slow it down to a little bit because we're going to edit in a 24 frame timeline. So we can click on this button, this gear button, and select from file, uncheck this, and now you can select frame is 24, and now you make a slow motion video right inside your media library. Click OK, and now you can drag and drop it onto the timeline. And okay, yes, and now we can play it back. It is slower than the original clip. So that's also one more differences between Filmora 9 and Filmora Pro. And in Filmora 9 you have mask. Let's come back to Filmora 9 and let's delete the title. Okay. Okay. In Filmora 9 you can apply mask to your clip by going to Effect and go to Utility and Image Mask. Yeah, you can drag and drop it onto your clip like this, and you have a shape mask around your clip, but it is only in shape, circle, rectangle, and triangle, and star, and or something like that. But in Filmora Pro you have freehand masking tool like this. And here's a clip, right? If I want to mask around him, I go to select this freehand mask edit point, and now I can mask here, okay, that's it. So there's many creative ways we can use mask in when editing video. So that is one key point between Filmora 9 and Filmora Pro. So now we can adjust the mask and do masking, transition, or create many different kind of things here. But that's okay. I just want to show you around the differences between two programs. So nothing, I will not go into detail here. Okay. So we can press Ctrl Z, go back and delete the mask. And one more thing, in Filmora 9, yes, not only the mask, but well, we have the timeline here. Any time we want to stretch out the timeline, we have to press our mouse cursor, left click and select this, or we can press this button to zoom in and zoom out on the timeline. We can press Control and scroll our mouse, but in Filmora Pro we can do that. Press Control and scroll your mouse wheel, and that's doing this. You can zoom in and zoom out the timeline. That's cool, right? It's make your editing faster. And the key feature in Filmora Pro that Filmora 9 doesn't have is keyframing. Keyframe, you can keyframe audio, keyframe video, or scale, position, and rotation, anything. That is, if you want to, for example, you want to keyframe here, you go to Control, it's property control, and you go to transform, and here we have the anchor point, and position, and scale, and rotation. We can toggle keyframe here. We start the first keyframe, and scale, okay, rotation, or all of that, and that's created the keyframe right here, and we can move some frame forward and like this, and we can set the rotate scale to 100%, and okay, and that's a new keyframe. And just to show you an example here, all right, and we can also smooth in and smooth out by selecting all the keyframe, and right click, go to temporal interpolation and smooth in. Okay, so that's I think that's enough. Not enough. Okay, to attach to the video. Is also you can use some template in Filmora 9 in Filmora Pro like this. Go to title, and you have some preset here. I think in the future they will add more preset title here, or maybe they upload to film stock and sell it as some to earn money from us. But it's okay. You can select one and import, and it go to your media library, and now you can drag and drop it onto the timeline, and it will appear here. And you can also select it on the timeline. Select here, and you can control the title, the anchor point, and animated it. Okay, so okay, that's it, the differences. One more thing, motion tracking. I just make a new tutorial about Filmora Pro motion tracking. You can watch it here. I can put it right here for you. Okay, so I think it's enough about the differences between Filmora 9 and Filmora Pro in future. Now we come to performance, and this is just my personal idea about performance, because I have a Core i7 Intel CPU with 16 gigabyte RAM and SSD, right? So it's enough for editing 4K video using Filmora 9. But when I use Filmora Pro, just make some sample project, the program shut down unexpectedly very often. For example, I make motion tracking tutorial this morning, and it crashed 3 times. So I think the performance of Filmora 9 is better than Filmora Pro when it comes to editing on low-end PC or laptop, like what I'm using now. I'm using a Dell XPS 13 Ultrabook. So it's not ideal PC for ideal laptop for editing video. I should need a stronger computer to run Filmora Pro. Okay, that's the performance, and just my personal opinion. And the pricing detail of Filmora 9 and Filmora Pro is also a big difference. There's a big differences between them. Filmora 9 lifetime license is about 69.99, around $70 per license, and Filmora Pro is 150 $1 per license. It's both of them have affordable price, but I think it depends on you how much money you want to spend on video editing software. Then you can decide to buy which program. If you already have Filmora 9 and you want to upgrade to Filmora Pro, you can purchase the Filmora Pro at $99 like me. I just bought it at $99 only. If you are new here, you can purchase the Filmora Pro with my coupon code at the description. It's 15% off Filmora Pro, so you can save your money to purchase it at 129 or something like that. And Filmora 9 you can purchase it now $47, $48 with the code also in the description. Pricing detail and performance. And so who should use Filmora 9 and who should use Filmora Pro? I think if you are a Filmora 9 user, then it's good to have another option to use, because I use both of them. And one more feature that I forgot to mention is the audio synchronization. You cannot automatically synchronize the audio, separate audio from your mic and video in Filmora 9, but in Filmora Pro you can just do it by some click. For example, here the audio, and here's the clip, and you can highlight all of them and select here, and you have the merge audio and video. So it will create a new video here, with the audio inside. So it's very easy, and I think it's also another good feature of Filmora Pro. So back to who should use Filmora 9 and who should use Filmora Pro. If you are a YouTuber and you make vlog and travel video, which doesn't require professional feature like masking. You don't want to mask, have mask transition all the time, and you don't want to color grading your footage more often. Then you can just stick with Filmora 9 because it's easier to use and the performance is better. And I think it's have everything you need to make video. And for those of you who have Filmora 9 and want to have more advanced feature, then consider to buy Filmora Pro. Okay, new user, if you want to learn about professional program like Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve, and you buy Filmora Pro. Okay. Oh, it's so hot. Okay, I think it's enough for today's video. I think it's long enough, and I try to cover everything here in this video. And if you cannot hear me or you cannot understand what I say, I will leave the link in the description, and I will write about my opinion in the description also. If you are new here, consider to subscribe to my channel to watch more tutorial about Filmora 9 and Filmora Pro on my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.